Everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball, Sports Cards, and Gaming. This is Charlie, and we are racing race number 8 of season 111 of Grand Prix Racing Online. Today's race takes place in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And today's race, I'm telling you right up front that this is kind of going to be a throwaway race. This is going to be a paycheck casher, and probably not much more than that. We did dig ourselves out of the negative as far as our funds go, but not nearly enough to do the repairs that we need to our car. So, before we get deep into that, let's take a look at the standings so far. After last week's race, in which Jeffrey Childers won, he jumped up to the number 2 spot. Daryl G is still the leader with 44 points, and Childers, Capiston, and Kowalik are in the top 4 for promotion. A very good finish for Sergio Severino, trying to keep pace. Swindell and Hopperanta maybe in the mix still. Scrolling on down, here I am. I dropped one spot as Sosa jumped ahead of us with a 19th place finish. We finished 21st. It was our second best finish of the year, but not nearly as good as we needed it to be. A little bit of an issue with fuel as usual. And I don't think that's going to be a problem today when I show you what my plan is. We are, that much closer now to being demoted back to rookie. I just don't want that to happen. I want another shot at getting this right. And I think we've kind of sunk this season. And that's why today's race is going to be a opportunity for us to make some money. And that's not much more for us to benefit from for this one. Let's take a look at the money as we were talking here. So I'm back in the positive. We got about 5 million, and I guess it could be worse. We see a lot of other racers now that are becoming uh, spendaholics. We'll take a look here at our car level. I mean, we're still car level 5. Um, we're going to have to make some improvements after today's race for sure. Whether we have the money to do all we need to do, yet to be determined. And we'll take a look at our staff, which is our driver Ricardo Bueno. Dick Good. He actually somehow improved from a 114 to a 115 after last week's race. So he is now the 11th best driver based on the overall rating. He did drop back 1 point, but although he gained a point. All right, so there you go. That's where we're standing heading into today's race. As you can see down here, we're going to start 25th today out of 36 cars. And that's fine. I think once you see my strategy, you'll understand. It's something I've been talking about doing for a while. Looking at our car, we didn't make any changes at all. And we are at risk in a few parts of having technical issues. Our brakes, possibly our front and rear wing. I guess even a long shot at perhaps the underbody or side pods. So of those components, possibly one of them could cause some severe damage to our vehicle and give us a technical problem. It won't likely be until toward the end of the race, but in order to try to prevent that, we're not taking any risks today. We're not going to be aggressive at all. We're just going to be out there Sunday driving in Argentina. So maybe we can make it to the end of the race without having a technical issue. So there you go. No changes done to our car. So here we are. We started our practice. Now we have raced at Buenos Aires before, so I went and took our ratings and just plugged them in from that first race. Yes, I know it was a different driver. Yes, I know I was at rookie level. But I wanted to give myself a little bit of a head start. And I chose to go with medium tires today to try to prolong, um, staying out of the truck for as long as we can in order to move up as others may be pitting. We know that it doesn't really give us much of an advantage, if anything, because once we pit, we're going to fall back quite a bit. But at least we'll stay out there long enough that maybe we can gain some spots with other vehicles having technical issues. I did try soft and extra soft just to see, and the extra soft tires gave us the best lap. But I don't want to pit 3 times today. I just want to pit once on these medium tires, and because we are not really trying to get a great finish, with a successful racing setup, it doesn't really much matter to me, really. So we finished up with this setup here. Seemed to be satisfied with everything. And if he's satisfied, I'm satisfied. No rain, which is good. And of course, we are racing at Buenos Aires, like I mentioned, a track where overtaking is very difficult. So again, one pit. If I did my job right, then this will be an advantage to us. Just staying out there. If we can't overtake anybody and we're not taking risks or being aggressive, that seems to make sense. Also, the pit time is 19 and a half seconds. So, we're not wasting that time either. This is a track that I did have the fastest lap back at rookie level. So I have had success here, but at the lower level, of course. Okay, under 10 minutes until race time. We'll take a look at my qualifying lap. The first lap we qualified 25th overall. And we pushed the car to the limit just to see what would happen. I wanted to do that before the second qualifying lap where we have to put in the fuel that we want to start with because we're going to start with a shit ton of fuel. Um, yeah, 27th. Not great. I think we'd all agree. And then our second qualifying lap, 26th, and we're going to start 25th overall. Um, we are going to start with 126 liters of fuel. We are basically a Boeing 747 uh, double with all the engines just full of fuel. We pushed the car to a limit anyway. Somehow got a better overall lap time, but uh, comparatively anyway. But yeah, we're going to go one stop. We're going to fill the fuel at the beginning and fill the fuel once again to the max and get us to the finish line. Just in case I undershot, which I didn't, I put in 30 extra liters there. Not that it's going to make a difference. Um, you know, our attempting to overtake. I gave a little bit here in case there was an opportunity for us to overtake. We're going to overtake where possible at the start of the race, but I don't think that'll much matter. And then we'll have one boost at the end. Um, if that could make any difference at all, I doubt it. But so there you go. Yeah, we're going for it with the fuel. Okay, so driver training. Remember we didn't train Ricardo Bueno at all last week because we didn't have any money, and then he seemed to appreciate that because, like I said, his overall rating went up. We did some yoga; it improved his stamina a little bit. He's dropping the poundage, so that's good. And then we have okay, so we did staff training in order for us to do another level of staff training. We had to improve our facilities. So I just went ahead and moved our pit stop training center up to 15. I bitch all the time about how our pits are so terrible. I'm not exactly sure how to make our pits better, but this says pit stop training center, so let's jack that up. And then oops, I'm sorry, staff training. I did pay for concentration training, so our concentration moved up to a 3. Overall, we're at a 4. I don't know. I'm sure it means something, but it's oblivious to me. And then our sponsors are the same. We're not making a lot of progress on the new attempt at a sponsor. I upgraded the priority. I'd like to have another one before the end of the season, if possible. Okay, so there you go. Let's take a look here at qualifying lap 2 because it shows us who did not attempt to qualify. That's Edward Pratt. He did not qualify for the third consecutive race. Now, he's from Belgium. Maybe he's been out celebrating, beating our U.S. team last night. I don't know. I'm not going to judge him for that. But that is the third week in a row that he is not participating. So I don't know if he's done or what. But so there's that. Okay, we got 5 minutes to race time. Let's get to the track. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe to the channel. Let's take a look at our friends list first before we do the rundown. Leonardo Fascin is qualifying on the pole. Jake Clark starting third. Becker starting third. Mossberg starting 10th. Junho starting third. T-Webb sixth. Callum starting eighth. And Samuel starting fourth. So some pretty good positioning there from the friends. We did get one new friend for our list. I just can't add anybody more right now. I think his name was David H. So thank you, David. Sorry we can't give you any highlights here. And I guess Pato Boyd is done because this is his third week in a row. So if you're out there and you don't have a team, solicit Daniel Beauchamp. He is our team captain, and maybe he can get you in mid-season. We're already down one, and I guess Pato's done. So anyway, let's take a moment here and give a shout out to Gaston starting second, and the rest of us are at amateur level, and we're still figuring things out. So, okay, let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for today's race. Our overall leader is on the pole. That is Daryl G from South Africa. In the number 2 spot is Fedor Kapistin. He is from Russia. In the number 3 spot is Jeffrey Childers from the US. In the number 4 spot is Manoli Anagnastu from Greece. In the number 5 spot is Sergio Severino from Argentina. In the number 6 spot is Gavin Adam from Australia. In the number 7 spot is Stephen Gray from England. In the number 8 spot is Paweł Kowalik. He is from Poland. In the number 9 spot is Gabriel Privitali from Italy. In the number 10 spot is Raul Moreno from Spain. In the number 11 spot is our friend Rich Nichols from Canada. In the number 12 spot is Mario Lane from Estonia. In the number 13 spot is Konstantin Saratovsky from Russia. In the number 14 spot is Jesse Salminoja. He is from Finland. In the 15th spot is Glenn Harvey from Australia. In the number 16 spot is Ana Zielman from Brazil. In the 17th spot is Edward Chukwin. He is from Venezuela. In the number 18 spot is Siapania Villarel from Romania. In the 19th spot is Johannes Paparanta from Finland. In the 20th spot is Khan Dagasan from Turkey. In the 21st spot is Chris Swindell from the United States. In the 22nd spot is Alexandru Micu from Romania. In the 23rd spot is Walter L. Sosa from Argentina. In the 24th spot is Pavel Benkurik. He is from Slovakia. In the 25th spot is me, Charles Jackson, from the US. In the 26th spot is Daniel Marsh from England. In the 27th spot is Leonard Botlow. He is from Slovakia. In the 28th spot is Bruno Nascimento from Brazil. In the 29th spot is Gianluca Perella from Italy. In the 30th spot is Igor Oliveira. He is from Brazil. In the 31st spot is Alexei Laktianov from Russia. And then we have in the 32nd spot Gerjan Veldman. He is from the Netherlands. In the 33rd spot, we have our friend Ilya from Russia. In the 34th spot, we have Mantas Augustakis, and he is from Lithuania. In the 35th spot, we have Ludek Spacek, and he is from the Czech Republic. And in 36th spot, we have Teegarden Rex from Canada. Okay, there we go. We got 45 seconds here before the race starts. I just want to say thank you for everyone that is tuning into today's race. I'm excited to see how this strategy pans out. Now, I've complained a lot about how difficult it has been for me to figure out the fuel properly. And that part of it is on me. And I kept saying, I kept threatening that I was going to try this, and why not today when the parts are not in good shape and we have a track where we can probably just sit back and ride it out and probably finish somewhere in the 20s positions, in 20 to 25. That's my hope. Okay, here we go. Today's race. Let's get started. I have a feeling with all of our fuel, we're going to drop back fairly quickly. And, we always do fall back as soon as the race starts. So, will we be 30th? We finish the first lap? Probably. All right. Pardon me for a second here while I get a drink. Okay. Daniel Marsh just kind of left us in the dust. Same with Botlow. Same with Bruno. Oh, we take it right back from Bruno. And maybe up to 26. There we go. So we're jockeying for position here. I feel like we have the 11th best driver, although he has low stamina. We have a fifth level car. I mean, we should be able to have some success on our own without having to rely on other drivers to tank for us. There's Grosjean tried to make a little bit of a move. Oh, we got double team going to this corner, and we have fallen back to 29. So we haven't even made a whole lap yet, and we are back to, well, moving into 28th. Passing Botlow. Botlow gets us right back. I mean, we have 70% fuel and 100% tires. I really am kind of excited to see how this strategy pans out for us. We're going to go one pit, right? And we have a handful of managers every week that do this. So, I mean, it's not like I'm out of my mind to attempt this. And the fact that our parts are not great, um, why not do it today? If we somehow can get through the entirety of this race without having a technical issue, then I think we've accomplished pretty decent goal. I just don't want to finish worse than 30th. That feels offensive to go out there and you know not be able to figure out a way to get our car better than that. We just got passed by Pirella. Teegarden has moved up a few spots. We seem to be fairly fast on the straightaway, and then we get bogged down a little bit in these corners. Got all that liquid sloshing around in there. Man, it's going to be 110 degrees here in Arizona today. Um, I I literally just walked in the door right before I started recording, and I can tell you it's already a little bit miserable outside. Okay, here is lap 2 complete. Minute 33. Looks like the leaders are doing, wow, a minute 29. Again, we have a ton of fuel, so that's probably partially the problem. Oliveira tries to get by us, but we block him. Much like the previous week, I continue to get some decent feedback from the viewers out there who are also participants in races. So, thank you to those of you that continue to, kind of break down the race and where I went wrong. And, for this race today, it's sort of, like I said, a throwaway race. It doesn't mean we can't learn something from it. But I'm always willing to listen to what people have for suggestions when the race is over. It can be a little challenging to implement ideas, though, when so I'll get some of that feedback like the day before the race, and I may not have time to really review or highlight anything. Okay, into the corner, wrapping up another lap. I'm very curious to see what other cars are doing for strategy. What tires did they use? Will they be pitting like a third of the way through the race, perhaps? So what is that? It's like 24 laps. Yeah, okay. So 24 laps is one third of the race. So we'll probably start seeing some of our competitors pit around that point. We got past and moved back to 31st. This is not what I want, but this may be what we have to live with. I'm realizing that unlike rookie level, when you start in the middle of the pack with a strategy like we're using today, and you get shuffled back, well, it sort of evens things out a little bit when others are pitting. Um, like at the third way of of the race, then all that's happening is they're just losing whatever gap they have when they pit, and then they're coming out and they're still in front of us. So we're not really gaining a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, you almost have to have a good car uh, in order to implement this idea, which we don't. We just have an average car. So maybe there won't be much for us to gain. Um, it's not a great strategy to just always every week hope that a bunch of cars have technical problems and you can benefit from technical cars having technical problems and sliding toward the back. So anyway, we just have to keep our head down and keep working. So I mean, even now, I mean, we're just 5 laps in, and we are falling back. Like we're off the pace with other cars that are probably not as good as us. Um, so there must not be too many other cars using medium tires. I guess we'll find out when they start to pit. I want to give a shout out to this Manoli Anagnastu from Greece. At the beginning of the season, he was a middle of the pack driver, and for the last few races, not only is he competing for wins, but he's moved into the top 4 overall, and that's pretty damn impressive. So, I mean, he certainly figured it out fairly quickly. We're almost to the halfway point of the season, and considering that we haven't given ourselves a chance to have take a deep breath and not worry about getting demoted, time is running out, and I don't like throwing a race away like we're doing today. I guess in the back of my head, I'm thinking, well, maybe there's some miracle that through this strategy, like I didn't see what a huge advantage it would be and how we might benefit from it, as the race progresses, and maybe we get a good finish today. I'm starting to sense already, right now that that's just not going to happen. But again, we're just trying to get through today's race and not have to spend any money on car parts until next week or till the next race. And then, we'll probably have to unload our bank account into our car and get it ready for the next opportunity. At some point, and maybe we're already there, I don't know. I mean, what does it matter? Either we're trying to preserve our season, or we are, you know, giving up. So I'm not ready to give up just yet with so many races to go, but we're kind of getting to that um, level where it's like, well, are we going to ever give ourselves the chance to win? Maybe it's already too late. I don't know, but um, another attempt to pass us by Lockdownov. He's he usually has a better car than us. I'm not sure what his deal is. So it says we're down to 60% on fuel. Uh, this is lap 8. Our fastest lap was lap 4. So we're continuing to be consistent in the 132 portion, but we're not really gaining on anybody, and we're not really pulling away from anyone either. Pardon me. Yeah, I mean, okay, so there's our best lap, not by much, but we'll take it. Veldman up to 27th, good job. Bruno's up to 25th. Sosa's moved up to 22nd. Haparanta's dropped down to 23rd. Anna's in 15th. I think now Anna had her best race of the year so far in the very first race. She finished 17th, and I think she's going to be fine now for the rest of the season. Um, but she's like a second half of the season competitor. She sort of lies in the grass and like waits to attack, for the second half is what she did last year. Because we had a better car than she did all year last year. And then right at the end, she just blew right by us. So looks like she's picking a little bit earlier point in the season to surge. We really should just let Laktianov get by us here. Okay, another good lap, our best lap. Maybe because we have a little bit of open air in front of us, we're able to start turning these better laps, but we're not gaining on anyone. There he goes. Okay, well, so we've dropped back to 32nd. Now, okay, so let's say 20 seconds is the pit time, and then let's say another 25 seconds for pits. That's on the extreme. So 45-second gap. So if right now we're 36 seconds back of the leaders. So if Daryl G pitted right now, if everyone pitted, we could be in first place. That's kind of how and I'm sure a lot of you do this strategy too. You think about that while the race is going on. Let me ask this question of everyone who plays this game, who's watching this video. Do you watch your race all the way through? Um, I know several people. I mean, I can tell by YouTube how many views I get and how many minutes on average people devote to watching my race. And like, do you watch your own race in totality? Do you speed it up at all? Um, I like watching it at the regular pace because it kind of allows me to think things through as I'm watching them. Um, but if you're watching your race and you're watching my entire race, that's a lot of it's a lot of dedication. I appreciate that. I guess I should mention right now, since it's early on, that our channel on here on YouTube is doing our first free giveaway of our baseball sim season that we're doing. We're doing the 1973 Seattle Pilots what if scenario. And what the what if part of it is that if you live in a different country, you may not know this about um, American baseball, but the Seattle Pilots were a baseball team for only 1 year in 1969, and then they were bought by um, a used car salesman, an owner of a used car lot in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and he moved the team a week before spring training, no, a week before the season started in 1969 to Milwaukee. And they've been in Milwaukee ever since. And then eventually the Seattle Mariners became an expansion franchise in 1977. And anyway, so my what if is what if the Seattle Pilots never left Seattle, and so we're continuing to play every single game, simulating whether or not the like whether or not they would have improved, as Daniel Marsh is the first to make a mistake. Like, so what if the Seattle Pilots had stayed in Seattle? What would their um, franchise look like year upon year? So we're in 1973, and of course they're terrible still. And we need a new stadium, and of course the Kingdome doesn't come around until later, for a few more years, and so we're struggling. But anyway, every 40 games in that sim season, we give away prizes as my way of saying thank you to the viewers that watch that sim with us. And it's totally free. You only have to be a subscriber to the YouTube channel. We're getting faster every lap. You have to be a subscriber to the YouTube channel, and also you must live in the United States in order to receive your prizes. We're giving away 4 prizes. They're baseball related, valuable sports cards and memorabilia. And there's no charge, there's no fee. I pay for the shipping, all that good stuff. Just be a subscriber. Let me know in the comments, either here during this race. Let me know that you want to enter the giveaway. We'll add a duck. We do the duck race, and it'll take place during the 7th inning stretch of game 40. Our next game is tomorrow. It'll be game 38. So you only have a couple more days to get in on the giveaway. Right now, we're projected, I think, for Saturday of this week to be the giveaway day. So keep that in mind. Get in on the giveaway and check out those videos if you want. You can find the playlists on the Brainiac Baseball Sports Cards and Gaming YouTube playlist page. Okay, so we're down to 51% of fuel, and 69% of tires. We're on lap 13, right as we approach. Boom. Okay, so that's the first lap in a while that we did not have our fastest lap. Um, but we did put together a couple good ones there, at least good for us. I think as our fuel usage goes up, the weight of the car certainly changes, and that's why we're getting a little bit faster, but we don't really seem to be gaining on anybody. In fact, we're 48 seconds back. So if the leaders pit, and we won't, we're not really going to come out in front of them. Um, so, like we just sort of do the math here. Let's say 45, so 3 seconds are back. So Daryl G or Childers, if they go into the pits right now, hypothetically, they would still come out in front of us, most likely. And we're not even really accounting for teams that have better pit crews than we do. They can, do a pit in less than 25 seconds. We know that's not us. Okay, so Daniel Marsh is the first to show tire wear. So he very clearly is using extra soft tires. So that means for him, by lap 16, he should need tires. So while he has a nice advantage right now, I don't think that strategy is going to work out for him. We'll see if anybody else um, is using extra soft here. Either this lap or the next one, it should show tire wear. That's one of the biggest differences I've noticed between rookie level and amateur level is that when my car was good at rookie level, it didn't matter if I used a different tire. I would just use extra soft tires and my car would be faster than everybody else's. And if other drivers were using different tires, maybe had a better strategy, my car was just going to be faster anyway, and I could make up the time. But by using extra soft tires for every race, I never learned the strategy of how to make soft and extra medium tires work. So, okay, so I feel like we are starting to catch this group a little bit, are we not? 2.5 seconds to 3. Oh no, I guess I'm wrong. Never mind. All right, so let's see. Nobody else? Oh, okay. Well, Montas Augustakis. So these are the only two drivers that are likely using extra soft tires. Now, I did calculate the fuel, um, and then, to 126 liters for the halfway point. I think it was actually less than that, but I added a few extra, just for safety purposes. So I feel like there really shouldn't be a problem. Our tire wear and our fuel, more or less, should be in sync. So when we get down to 21% on tire wear to where we're actually starting to wobble a little bit, the fuel should be just about consumed at that point. But I mean, I'm consistently wrong with this, but that was my logic for this. I didn't just all willy-nilly choose 126, liters and said let's roll with that. Okay, so next time around, I suspect Marsh and Montas will have to go into the pits. That's my guess. I'm just, thinking at this point, being 56 seconds back, how, if any way, can we, move up into the, the low 20s by the end of the race? I don't know. I mean, we're really asking for um, a lot of extracurricular things to happen. We're losing a half a second a lap now on Lockdownov. Okay, yeah, so Marsh is pitting. So I was right about that. So we'll gain a spot here with Marsh. What's our time? Okay, that's better. Okay, so we gained a half a second back. I don't know what the hell. I don't understand how we aren't more consistent that way. How long will Marsh be in there? Probably not very long. He's probably not using that much. Yeah, 23 seconds. That would be a dream for us. So the tire wear seems to be progressing faster than I anticipated. So we may not be able to use the fuel completely. We'll see. So we're up to 31st. I warned you this was going to be a Sunday drive today. This was not going to be um, breakneck speed racing. We did have our fastest lap, though. After having a terrible lap, we did gain a half a second back, but we've got to string those together. We can't just be out here randomly running good laps. We look so slow going around that corner. Okay. Oh, see, we lost a half a second again. We put up a pretty good lap. I don't know what the hell. Chukwin making a mistake. Augustakis is going in. So Chukwin bouncing back to 18th. Pardon me for 1 second. My phone is charging and I need to grab it. So just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, what did I miss? Anna going into the pits. Okay, interesting. So she obviously used faster tires to qualify. I mean, it's tough to say that she used extra soft because we didn't see any tire wear. I think she just used good math. We're going to gain a spot here on her. We'll take it. Boom. Up to 30th. Okay, well, she went to lap 18. 6. So she's going to pit 3 times. Oh, that's. I mean, these are. I mean, I don't know. I have no right to judge anybody else's strategy. Um, I can't get much right myself when it comes to that, but I see what she's doing. We'll see if she can make up the we'll see if she can make up the ground by having a faster car. A mistake made by Virel. Okay. All right. I'm actually like in the market to try to get a new car. Um, wait, have I ever told this story? I don't think I've told this story. So, okay, we have time. I'm going to tell you this story. Uh, so I had a Ford C-Max hybrid, and my car was stolen. Oh, going off the tracks. Who's that? Mike, I live in Tucson, Arizona, which is 1 hour from the border of Mexico. My car was stolen and used for human trafficking. There were the person who stole my car was caught at a checkpoint with Guatemalans in my car. It took 7 weeks for me to get my car back. There was some damage to it. Um, and in the end, everything worked out okay for me. But the damage to the car, it was like one thing after another. It was just the worst case scenario at the time. And it actually put me back financially. It was a real drain on my life. It was very depressing and frustrating, as you can imagine. You can see a couple other vehicles now, Prix and Saratovsky, having tire wear. But anyway, the point is that this happened like 3 years ago now. And ever since that happened, as we continue to put up best laps, so we are getting a little bit faster here. We're down to 42% on our tires and 39% with fuel. Um, for whatever reason, like all my cars just keep having problems. So I got rid of the hybrid and I bought a junk beater, real cheap that I've been just trying to keep the maintenance up on as an in-between car before I go buy another one. And so now I'm in the market to get a new vehicle. And, you know, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but here it's just such a process and it's so frustrating. And I'm an incredibly impatient person anyway. So I'm really trying to navigate all the phone calls and the texting and, oh, we got this car in. Do you want to check it out? And so that's why I wanted to grab my phone because my phone keeps blowing up and it's just people um, saying, "Hey, we have better financing," and you know how it goes. Uh, and uh, and there is one that I'm actually interested in. And uh, sorry, I was actually just reading an email, a text from that person. Okay, but I'm back 100% here. So anyway, yeah, that's just kind of what's going on in my life other than dealing with sports sims on the internet. Oh, for those of you that don't know, my 6-year YouTube anniversary was just 2 days ago. So 6 years on YouTube making videos, 2,300 plus videos I've done between all the baseball seasons and sports card packs and box openings and American football sim and this racing here and other wacky stuff that I've done. So um, anyway, it's yeah, it's been 6 years, and I don't know. As long as people keep watching these videos, I mean, why would I stop? I mean, I enjoy doing it, and this is my hobby. And I'm a single guy. I don't have any kids. I don't have any pets. Don't really have any thing to do with my time or money than spend it on me. So that's why I do enjoy doing this, even if sometimes it seems like I don't. Why do I feel like we are falling further and further back? We're 4.4 seconds behind. Our tire wear is still good. A mistake made by Moreno. Um, hmm. I don't know. I feel like most of the other drivers are trying a similar strategy to what I'm doing. Why am I not doing better? Okay, Privitali is pitting. 55 seconds, and I am, yeah, okay, so we should gain a spot on Privitali. A technical issue with Saratovsky couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I have forgiven Saratovsky for not letting me pass him that race. I'm just being stupid, but I will take some joy in passing him at some point here, I hope. Okay, so we did gain another spot. We're up to 28th with Privitali pitting. Okay, so Childers and G will be going in. So this is the third of the way through the race right here. And the top three are going in. They're way ahead of us, so there's no chance that we will gain any spots here. I do suspect we'll see many other cars pit. Okay, yeah, here we go. Gavin, Adam, Harvey. We should pass them. Swindell will pass him. Saratovsky's going in with that technical issue. Let's see if that is repairable. Sosa's going in. So we're going to gain a bunch of spots right here. This was the strategy. And we'll see. Lap 23, we just had our fastest lap. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like we're doing okay. It just doesn't look good. So we'll see. We are down to 33% fuel and 33% tires, 30% tires, coming out in 23rd on lap 25. There will be many faster cars behind us, though. I believe that's Gavin Adam behind the black car of Oliveira. So we know he's good. I didn't notice how quick their pits were. Ilya's into the pit behind us. Okay, let's check the next round. Yeah, okay, so here's the next round. As Igor gets by us fairly easily. And there is another group that will be pitting. Model E came out in front of us. Oh, no, Saratovsky still does have the technical issue. Okay, so he will remain behind us then, I suspect. This next group of five that are pitting Botlow making a mistake in front of us. There he is. As we pass him, Oliveira goes in. We'll pass him. And we are moving up to 17th. All right, that looks better. And we just had our fastest lap, lap 24. Now, these guys coming up behind us are legit. So we're going to lose a few spots here. But keep in mind, our goal is to just be in the 20s when this is all over and have a working car at the end of the race. So, so far, I feel pretty good about it. Let's see if there's one more round of pits coming up. We are at 30% fuel. So we're going to have more fuel left over than tires, as Dagasan will go into the pits this time around. And you know what? That is totally fine. I think this worked out just like I hoped it would. The problem that I foresee happening here is maybe we're not going to get halfway, question mark. I kind of see that happening now. We're on lap 27. We're going to gain a spot here on Dagasan up to 16th. Hmm. I think because our fuel is so low, we are able to keep up good laps and prevent Gavin Adam from passing us, but I think he's about ready to accomplish that goal. Here we are in 16th right here. Mm. Yeah, lap 26 was our fastest lap, but we are holding up a bunch of cars behind us, but we're keeping our pace, I suppose. Okay, Bruno will go in. We'll gain a spot here. So Bruno's off a little bit too. There we go, Gavin Adam finally. Oh no, we're gonna block him. Interesting. A mistake made by Stephen Gray behind us. We are up to 15th. Perella with a mistake in front of us will gain a spot here. Nope. There he is. Now, I mean, when we do go into the pits, um, I mean, we're at 20. So yeah, we're showing tire wear now. Man, you know what? I thought for sure we'd have enough fuel and tire to get to the halfway point, but I think we're going to be short of that. Um, Now I am sort of glad that I put that extra fuel at the end. Um, but having that extra pit stop ruins everything, so that's not good. We kind of screwed this one up too. I guess I should have used hard tires, maybe. That might have been where I would have got the extra laps out of it. Now, those of you that are more familiar with Grand Prix racing, as Veldman goes in with actual Formula One racing, can you change your tire style in the middle of a race? Like, could I have a set of hard tires in my pit? Um, like during a real race, can you do that? Because I would be calling down my spotter or whatever, or I'd be giving feedback to my crew and say, hey, like, let's go to hard tires for this final stretch and try to get to the finish line. If that's how that works in real life, I think we should. That would be something that would be pretty cool if Grand Prix Racing Online would do that. Like you can call an audible mid-race or something. I guess not everybody watches their race live, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess there'd be no way to do that. It's a great idea, but also somewhat impossible. We're up to 14th place. We're looking pretty good. Man, I think we're going to be like one lap short of my goal. We're on lap 30. I think we're going to get 5 more laps. We might make it exactly to halfway. It's going to be tight. And nobody's gotten by us, but everybody's caught up. Oh, I just jinxed it. There we go. Sorry about that, Gavin Adam. Swindell behind us making a mistake as we fall back to 15th. Now we've got Prix Vitali. After Prix Vitali, we have Botlow, who also has worn tires. So I'm not worried about him catching us. I might have actually calculated this pretty close to perfect, but on the bad side of perfect though. Chukwin will go into the pits. We'll gain a spot here. Botlow holds off Rich Nichols. We're down to 15% fuel. Tire. I got the fuel right. I didn't get the tire fuel combo right. Harvey with a mistake. There we are. Into 14th, passing Chukwin in the pit. So we're going to come out of the pit. We'll make our mistake. But then we just might be good enough to go the rest of the race. Are there people making their second pit yet? Should be close, right? Well, yeah, Augustakis and Marsh is already showing tire wear. So they'll go when I go, or when everyone going halfway will go. Look, we're holding off Prix Vitali. We're looking pretty good toward the end of this stint. That fuel really weighs you down, though. Down to 12% tire. I wonder if at any point here it's going to force us into the pits. That would suck. But it might. I don't know. Let's just keep our eye for the P to pop up. I would like to run those tires right down to 0, obviously, if I could. All right, we're staying out for one more lap. Who is this coming up? Is that Moreno? Nicely done by Moreno. Yeah, you can see all these cars that are going to blow right by us as soon as we go into the pits, and we're going to be in there a while. So we're going to drop all the way back to probably like into the 30s again. But once they start pitting that second time, that's when we should have the advantage. But now we're a sitting duck here, and that's okay. we're doing exactly what we need to do. We're down to 9%, and we're no longer to hold our own. So we're dropping pretty quickly. Anna got by us. At least we had the glory. Oh, Privitali. Wrong way, dude. Um, yeah, we're like a second off our pace, off our best lap every time around now. I just don't want to go into the pits. Let's stay out just I mean, until our tires are falling off. This is we're on lap 32. Start lap 33. Okay, we're staying out. We're trying to get to that halfway mark, which would be lap 36. Marsh will be going into the pits for the second time. Meanwhile, we haven't even gone once yet. So yeah, he is right on the mark there. Oh, we're about to get lapped. There's a capstan yellow, yeah. Back to 18th and falling back quickly. I'm voting to stay out if we can. This is lap 33. I don't know if we're not going to make it, are we? Wow, people are just blowing by us like nothing. And we're lapped out. We're still in 21st, though. Let's stay out. Keep going. Will let us stay out? Stay out. Stay out. Yes. Okay. Botlow goes in. He's got more common sense than we've got as we move up to 20th. All right, down to 3%. We're still going to be short. We had the fuel right. We just did not have the tires right. I feel kind of okay about that, though. When we do go into the pit, it's going to be bloody, though. We're going to fall right. But now we know what we're capable of. We know we're capable of getting to the front. Unfortunately, it's going to be not enough. We're probably still going to have a terrible finish today. ESPN update. I bet you it's about the World Cup and our terrible team last night. No? Okay. All right. Okay, it would be nice if we had, well, we're back to 22nd. It would be nice if we could get a few more technical issues here. You see a few other drivers with their tire issues occurring exactly when they should. We got to stay out one more time. Just stay out one more time. So we are going to be a lap short each stint. So, oh man, if we could have stayed out just somehow one more lap, we might have been able to pull it off. But all right, we're going to drop really far back. That's okay. That was fun though. Oh boy. All right, remember we upgraded to a 15 level for our pit facility. We're back to 30th out of 37. 26 seconds. That's better than we did last race. So basically, we went right back to where we were before. And we're in 32nd. That's not great. We're 32nd, and who's that behind us? Oh, that's Daniel Marsh, who's pitted twice. Yeah, this didn't work out very well, did it now? Augustakis is pitting now. Ben Couric is going in. Capiston's going in. Yeah, this did not work out, right? Nope. And there's our mistake. Had to happen. That's the way the game is designed. Rich Nichols with a technical problem. Well, I wanted those to happen to people. I just didn't want it to happen to my people. That's too bad. Well, I mean, that's the race for us. I mean, we're done now. We know that we're not going to make it. We went on lap 35, not 36. So our calculation was close, but no cigar. The only thing that would have saved us is if we had somehow been able to go the rest of the way while everyone else pits, one or two more times. And that's not going to happen. We're going to actually have to pit probably right at the end of the race, and that'll cost us everything. So we know the deal. Now, the other thing is to just avoid having a technical issue that would prevent us from, having any success that we possibly could have. That's a real shame. So yeah, we had one pit. I mean, that was it, and we've already made our mistake. Like, I mean, I know I harp on this, but I think that's the dumbest thing that this game does, and should be immediately eliminated. If it can't be random, then it shouldn't happen. All those guys pitted and came out in front of us, of course. So Teagard and Rex, 23rd, he has not pitted. Looks like the rest of the non-pitters are pitting. There's Laktianov, who was behind us for such a long time. This should be us. Nichols back to 16th. We've still got to find a way to get past Saratovsky. Chukwin making a mistake. Anna making a mistake. So dumb. How is it that Daniel Marsh has made 2 pit stops and is still ahead of us? That doesn't seem right. Because you're talking, again, like 40 seconds of pit stop. Laktianov into the pits. Teagard and Rex finally going into the pits. Miku making a mistake. That's a long pit for Teagarden. 31 seconds. We might be able to gain a spot on him. Yep, we'll have to hustle. Up to 32nd. Yeah, it's difficult to project exactly where like who we could overtake here in the standings. I guess here's what we'll do. Let's take a look here. Now that everyone is pitted, fastest time for a lap, it's 127 for Childers. Ours was 131.2. I mean, most people have done better than that, which is, that sucks. Okay. Best pit is Augustakis with 18.7 seconds. We had a 26, well, almost a 27-second pit. For us, that's great, but certainly that hurts us. This I don't even want to look at. Yep, we would have lost one more spot to Bruno as of right now, and that means that we are one spot away from being demoted. Take a look at the friends. Hello, friends. Fashin, Jim Becker are in first at the moment. Storano's in fourth. Ezekiel Stewart in seventh. Junho is fourth. So there's some success. Out of the race for T Webb, Youch. He went 29 laps and got knocked out of the race. Curious what happened there. Oh, Daniel's out of the race. Wow. Okay. Suddenly, I don't feel so bad. In fact, if you look at all of us, um, yeah, we're all about the same. Oh, Nick has got a 23rd. Good job by Nick. Nick seems to know what he's doing. Gaston is in third down in rookie level. All right, well, there's everybody. Ah, shit, we're not even really gaining on the cars with technical issues right now. Like a second a lap. Teagarden makes his mistake after coming out of the pit, as expected. I can't believe we're going to be 3 laps short. I say I can't believe that, but I do like 100% believe it. That's been um, the way that we operate from week to week. Okay, sorry. Um, just looking at my continuous stream of texts from car dealerships. The sucky part is that I may actually have to go up to Phoenix to get it, which is about an hour and 45 minutes north of where I live, and it's 110 here today. It's like 115 there. Um, I'd like to be able to put it off until this weekend, but I don't know. So Ilya's caught us, and I know like he's a actually a pretty damn good manager. He knows what he's doing, but he has been, taking it easy, and I believe his strategy is to accumulate money, but like he's even better than we are right now. We should start seeing cars pit within the next 8 or 9 laps, and then we'll see what happens. So we're 227, 15. So the best we can do when we pit would be 22nd. I mean, after everyone else pits would be 22nd. So regardless, we're not going to get a good enough finish for us to to move up in the standings. Nascimento, who's been behind us in the standings, Sosa, who jumped us last week, Nascimento's in 17th. We need him to fall back to 20th. He's going to have to pit again anyway. Actually, we can't get things right, so we have to root against other drivers to make mistakes strategically. Who's this black car? Oh, that's Raul Moreno up in 5th. What? Look at this guy. Good job. That's how you do it. We're going to be in the negative after this, after we upgrade our parts. I might just upgrade everything and go deep into the hole. I'll make sure I do my driver first for the training so that I spend the money on that, and then we just spend on everything, upgrade to like a level 6 if we can, and then make those parts work for us for a few races, maybe even get a good finish. Oh man, I can't believe we didn't quite get, I mean, 126 liters of fuel. I needed 120. Well, actually, no, I didn't need, we had the fuel. We just didn't have the tires. I needed to have hard tires in order to have made this work. But I learned that now, like I can honestly say that if I'm going to use that strategy at some point, what I have to do is I have to use hard tires just to be safe. A mistake by Ben Couric in front of us somewhere. There he is. Oh no, that's Moreno. Saratovsky's in 26th. Marsh just passed Oliveira. I mean, we're still. Wait a minute. Marsh passed Saratovsky. I mean, how are we not gaining on Saratovsky? I don't get it. I mean, we are barely per lap. Something just happened. Oh, Privitali showing worn tires. Wait, where are we? Wow. So Ilya's on us and Spacek is coming up too. Come on. Are we really that bad? Nascimento makes a mistake in front of us somewhere. That'll drop him back to 18th. That's what we need. We need him to get back to 20th. On the straightaway, we seem to be pretty good. And then all that fuel making it tough to brake. Mm. Yeah, we're not really going to move up a ton when we have to, when we do pit, or when the others pit. There's Veldman making a mistake in front of us, which we won't be able to capitalize on. In fact, we're 11 seconds behind Botlow right now. Man, look at them. They caught right up to us. We can't be that bad of a car. Daniel Marsh making a mistake. Dropping back to 28th. 14. Yeah, we may not even catch Saratov. Well, Saratovsky will have to pit. Yeah, we're turning 132s and everybody else is doing 131s. We're really only gaining a second a lap on the two cars with technical issues. So, I mean, we're not even, we're not going we technically we would not catch them at this pace, just on our own, you know. I did think we'd have more cars with technical issues, and we still might, but okay, so Adam and Privatali showing tire wear. It's crazy that we're going to fall just short again. You got it. Oh, that was rude. Sorry about that, buddy. Oliveira making a mistake in front of us. Saratovsky with tire wear. Marsh tire wear. So the next round of pits are coming up. More lap cars approaching. Hmm. I don't know. I wish there was a way we could find mid-race to get to the finish line without having to make too much other sacrifice. Well, I feel bad. We should just let Ilya get by us. Yeah, when my car was stolen and used for human trafficking, Privatali going into the pits, I the guy that stole my car, he was only in jail for 24 hours. My car was in car jail for 7 weeks. And so um, I actually contacted CBS News here in our local affiliate here in Tucson. I contacted all the news sources, but the only one that responded was CBS News. And I sat down and did an interview with CBS News, the local investigative reporter named Rebecca Taylor. And we talked about having cars stolen and being used for human trafficking and drug trafficking. And she interviewed me for like an hour because we did like the research on it and found out this was something that was happening a lot in border cities. Um, let's see. Oh, Daniel Marsh has a technical issue, and so does Augustakis behind us. That's tough. Okay, into the pits. This is the next wave. We're not gaining any ground on anybody here with these people pitting. We're so far back. And that's okay. The next, like I said, this was a paycheck race. And also kind of like what would happen if we tried this? And now we know that not only is it really not effective, but especially so if you can't get the fuel rate. Um, not saying I wouldn't try it again. Probably would. All right. Let's see. So Saratovsky, 16 seconds in front of us. Botlow, 10 seconds. Tires are down to 63%. Marsh into the pits. Wow, we've really held these guys off, really, and for no good reason. Okay, so Marsh and Saratovsky into the pits. So we'll gain a couple of spots here. I don't think we can do any better than 21st or 22nd this cycle of pits. Walter Sosa into the pits. Nascimento up to 13th. Man, that's frustrating. Okay, so Ilya does finally get by me after we gained a couple spots. We're back to 31st. Adam with a mistake. Sosa into the pits. Rich Nichols will be going into the pits. Perella with a mistake. When we do have to pit again at the end, we need it to be quick. We're only putting in 30 liters. That should be more than enough, of course. But we got to get in and get out and make no mistakes. We might be able to save a couple spots. We do have a boost at the end of the race, but it won't be now. It won't make a difference at all. So that's fine. A 20-second pit for Nichols. Okay, Ilya into the pits. We're up to 30th. Spot check behind us. Oh, Perella's got a technical issue too. Okay, well, this is the kind of thing that I was hoping would happen. Oh, Nascimento with a technical issue. Oh man, that's bad for him, obviously, because he's having a great race, but that's great for us because we'll get our spot back. Nascimento had moved up 7 spots. Chukwin moving up 9. So we'll get our spot back. I mean, we have these races where we finish terribly, but in the end, it's just a wash. Nothing. We gained nothing. We lost nothing. Thankfully, with all these pits taking place, it's difficult to tell, um, like who's in front of us and where we're at and how many seconds we're going to gain a spot here on Oliveira. Salminoja just came out in front of us. So we're up to 29th. we're just terrible right now. Like the car is not doing well. Other schlubs are passing us fairly easily. We have bad stamina for our drivers, so that might be a part of it right now. We're not getting good laps. We're on lap 51. Augustakis is showing tire wear. He's already at the bottom. Veldman will go into the pits, so we should gain a spot there. Glenn Harvey with a technical issue. Ugh, this would have been the race for us to, finally have a okay finish, but really just wasn't meant to be today. We're up to 28th. Bruno going into the pits. We'll see if his pit will fix his technical problem. That would that would save his day if that worked out. We need him to drop back to 20th. Sorry, Bruno. A mistake made by Anna. She's going to be pitting soon. Wow, Bruno in and out quick. 18th, 19th. That mistake by Anna. Oh, no, she did pass him too. Interesting. Okay. So Bruno back to 21st. Lots of technical issues, but we're not able to take advantage of any of them right now. We do see Salminoja in front of us. 1.6 seconds. Oh, he goes off the track. So there's his mistake. We'll take advantage of that gladly. There's a car in the pit. It's one of the leaders. I feel bad for Spacek being stuck behind us. Probably has a better car. We've still got about 17 laps to go before we have to pit. So we're just out here riding around, like I said, doing a little Sunday driving. Oddly, the best we could do right now might be around 18th, 19th if we play our cards right. Oh, no, wait, hang on. I'm wrong about that. No, no, I was wrong. Maybe 23rd might be the best we could do. So Bruno, his technical problem is a legit problem. Are there enough laps? I mean, if we didn't have to go into the pits, we could stay out here and run them down. So Nichols is 3.4 seconds ahead of us. So there he is. So we should be able to pass him. And Perella is 25 seconds ahead of us, so we won't be able to pass him until he pits. We're not even running 131s, we're just running 132s. So that's frustrating. And actually, when we go into the pits, as of right now, we would drop all the way back to 34th or 35th. So this will probably be our worst race of the year in the end. Anna coming out of the pits in 25th. She should be right in front of us. There she is. Oh, cutting off the car with the engine problem. Okay, so Bruno's in 20th, so we can feel good about that. Sorry, Bruno. So we look at this, the leaders. Oh, wait. Oh, they're giving it to him over me because we both have a best finish at 20th. That's not cool. Well, I suspect he'll fall back one more spot with a technical issue. Let's keep our eye on that. We need him to go to 21st with Miku 4 seconds behind him. That should work out. We did get past Rich. I still think he will probably finish higher than us if we have to pit, which it looks like we will. All right. Um, yeah, we're still not even doing 131s. This is frustrating. But this must be, part of our talent, stat. We're just not able to, not talent, stamina. I mean, late in the race, he's just not able to do much. Pirella 14, so he's 21 seconds faster than us right now. So that's not going to help us any. So yeah, we'll pit on lap 69. I'm glad I got the fuel right. I guess um, I just didn't get the tires right. And that made all the difference. I mean, we could be having our best finish of the year with all these technical issues to cars. We've been waiting for that to happen. And today we won't be able to take advantage of it. So Bruno and Miku are battling it out. He'll certainly pass. There he goes. So he just got past. So that's good for us. There we go. We're right back in 29th. And in fact, everybody from Anna down have made no moves. Got 3 cars behind us on the lead lap, but we are holding up. Of all the races that we've botched with poor math skills, this is the one that I don't really feel too bad about. Spot check will be going into the pits here. That's why he couldn't catch us, because he was on the verge of having tire wear issues. let these guys get by us. Can we get a 131? There we go. Lap 58. We finally get our 131. So, like when I went on CBS News, and I did this interview, right? So Rebecca Taylor comes out to my house here, and we sit down. We do this interview in the living room, and like they were setting up and stuff, and we were kind of talking about the approach to the topic, and like I've I've been on TV a lot over the years, and so but I've never been like officially interviewed by a real reporter. We have Ben Couric with a technical issue. Man, we really could have taken advantage of a lot of positioning today. And so, you forget that everything is on the record unless they say unless you say it's off the record. And so I was showing her like on my laptop some of the documentation from um, the what do you call it? The Border Patrol that arrested, and I was like just doing off the cuff like commentary like I'm doing right now, but the camera was rolling and I didn't know it. And so when we finished the interview, she's like, "Well, I'll keep you posted about when it's going to air." And I said, "Okay, I appreciate that." So she gave me the heads up that it was going to be like on their every Tuesday they have like their investigative reporting highlighted segment. And so all that weekend, it was all commercials for me. And it showed my stupid face, this stupid face right here, um, in the commercials, like making these stupid quips. And I thought we were just talking. I didn't know that the interview was going on. And I had to watch myself twice an hour, every hour, all weekend with this stupid little segment, and then they aired it on the 6 o'clock news, which is our main news time here, and and it was like 2 minutes. The whole thing was 2 minutes, and I just looked like a total idiot. One, because my car got stolen. Like that's dumb. And wow, look at this! I'm trying to pass a guy who's on the lead lap, and I did. Wow, that's weird. Anyway, yeah, I was told by Rebecca that it was the most viewed investigative journalist piece that they had done through that year at that point, based on amount of like hits. So I'm glad my stupidity brought light to some of the terrible things that are happening down here near the border. It's like 3 years later, and I've still got. I don't know if I got PTSD over it, but I still think about it all the time. Okay, we've got 12 laps to go and 30% tire wear. Well, that car is going into the pits, so that's why we were able to pass it. Um, 27. 9 more laps. Yeah, we're going to be 1 or 2 laps short. Can you believe that? We're going to be 2 laps short because it wouldn't let us get to 0% on the tire. In 2 more laps, we'll be showing tire wear. We haven't been able to advance much. Um, we are turning 131s now, finally. Well, we haven't been able to really advance much with everyone else pitting because we've been so mediocre with our setup. Um, I guess, let's see here, in front of us. I mean, Perella will have to pit. Oh, no, he won't. Will he? Wait. Oh, no. I guess Perella would not have to pit, but he does have a technical issue, so we might be able to run him down. I mean, he's 9 seconds ahead of us, so I guess that probably won't happen on its own anyway. But looking at, who we could pass. Oh, there's our technical issue. So we got one too. Damn it. All right. Well, this was just never going to happen today, was it? Ah, and we're going to have to pit. Oh, will this allow us to keep going without having to pit? Can we get to the finish line because of this situation? I wonder what component went. Hmm. Well, this was a total nightmare today. Well, so we haven't really even looked at the leaders. Okay, well, there's a three-way race up here. Up front, we got Fedor Kapistan, Childers, and G. Kapistan is going for his fourth. I think Childers is going for his third, and G is going for his third. Wait, let's see. Does that add up? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. Wait, this is race 8, so I'm off on one of those. Nonetheless, this is interesting. At least that's one thing that's interesting about what's happening here. 7, no, 6 more laps. Yeah, so we're still gonna fall short. Um, wow. Okay, so we're gonna finish probably 34th, 33rd or 34th. We won't finish last, but we'll finish pretty close. Unless there's some, um, we just got lap for the second time. Unless there's something that says that when you go slower, your tires last longer. Here comes Salminoja. He's going to pass us here. Oh man, what a mess of a race. I hope it was entertaining at least. We could have been, I don't know. Could have been a top 20 car maybe. Oh well. We're officially showing tire wear, so that doesn't mean anything. We're on lap 64. Yeah, we've got 5 laps at best left. back to 27th. Yeah, I mean, I I don't know. I guess you have like even when we knew that we were kind of throwing this race away, there's a part of me that was still thinking maybe there'd be some miracle where we would somehow get it exactly right and it wouldn't matter anyway. So now I don't feel bad about not getting the tire. I didn't really feel bad before, to be honest, but I don't have to feel bad about not getting the tire right. If we had the hard tires, we would have made it to the end. So we know that now, but unfortunately, we were going to have a technical issue that prevented us from having the best possible outcome. So, yeah, what are you going to do? And by the looks of it, I mean, a lot of our drivers, the managers have thrown this race away too. Um, Nascimento back to 23rd. I mean, has this changed anything for anyone? Not really. Walter Sosa, who jumped over me last race, is jumping up 2 more spots today as of right now. So, good job by him. All this means that it's that much more difficult for me to make an upward movement. I mean, we would have to have one hell of a race. I don't know if Edward Pratt has given up altogether or if he knows that he's good because he's got a 20th. He's sitting at 20th overall without a point, but in the first spot of drivers without points. And I kind of wonder if he is just, he's good. He's not worried about it. Ah, crap. 12% on the tires. Fuel, I had exactly right. Yep, I don't know. Oh, and Sosa does have a technical issue. It would take a miracle for Laktianov or Chukwin to catch him, but not impossible. To get a 16th place finish with a technical issue is it's doing something right. Well, we'll get one more pit, and let's see how we do with that pit. Oh my gosh, let's see. Sosa, Harvey, Bencurric Nascimento, Perella me, Nichols, Marsh, Saratovsky, and Augustakis, all with technical issues. Bencurric and Privatali have tire issues. Will they have to pit one more time? Who's behind us? Igor, 6 seconds. I mean, we could finish 35th today. We are on lap 67. We'll get 2 more laps before we are forced to pit. I'm not mad about it. I'm disappointed though. Wow, Oliveira caught us pretty quickly, didn't he? With all these cars with technical problems, I'm surprised there aren't any that went out of the race. Oh, Monley, he's got a technical issue too. Still going to finish fourth. And we fall back to 28th. Oh, Marsh is going to pit. That'll be helpful to us as far as not finishing next to last. We'll finish third from last now, most likely. Oh, Balo's pitting too. Hmm. That's tough for Botlow because he's trying to get out of that transfer position to be relegated. Let's see. So we're on lap 69. Yeah, we're going to be like 1 lap or 2 laps short. I mean, wouldn't you just say, hey, man, just lay off the throttle, let it get to the finish? Like just make those tires hang in there long enough. Just take it easy. I don't know about Formula One, but in NASCAR, like you have to keep up a certain speed. Otherwise, they'll they'll pull you to the pit. So yeah, I don't know if if we could maintain enough speed to make those tires last, but also not cause a huge wreck. This is the final lap of the race, actually, for the leaders. So congratulations to them. We are 2 laps down. We're on lap 69, so we'll do lap 70. We're just gonna fall a couple laps short. Oh no, you dumbass, he's going in now. What an idiot. Well, this is it for us. We'll see where we finish. I suspect it'll be pretty far back. We're only putting 30 liters in. You'd think it'd be quicker, but probably not. And the tires should be changed by now. Oh, didn't matter anyway. 25 seconds for 4 tires and 30 liters of fuel. All right, so 33rd. There it is. Capiston is the winner. It's our 3 best drivers. These are the guys that are battling it out. Capiston gets the win. Daryl G will finish second. And Jeffrey Childers finishing third. Good job, boys. It looks like Model E will finish fourth with a technical issue, so good job by him finding a way to make that work. I will finish behind. No, I guess I should say I'll finish ahead of Saratovsky, Marsh, and Augustakis. As we are on lap 70. Oh, mistake made by Sosa. Hmm. Are we going to make a mistake after the pit? All right. That's fantastic. We gotta love it. All right, let's see here. 33rd. Nobody else will have to pit. We're just running around. Okay, well, 2 hours later, we know that we suck. Oh, man. All right. Well, I mean, again, we were always going to have a technical issue. That's fine. But we have to, like, next race, we will have to bounce back big. The next race, we have to make it actually count. So that's our goal. All right, we are on lap 71. We'll have one more lap around as I continue to get texts from car companies. All right. One more lap. Thank you all for tuning in. Like and or subscribe to the channel, please. Not a ton to like, unless you enjoyed my story about having my car stolen, which I admit is kind of amusing. Now, we were able to do a lap 35 and lap 70. Usually that second pit always comes one lap shy of the previous. That's actually never really done that before. It's just ironic we were one lap short each time because of the tires, not the fuel. Fuel was good. Fuel was almost perfect. Ah, boy. I mean, I don't really know what difference it could have made overall if we were able to pull this off, but it's just the way it goes. All right, so Veldman, Botlow, Ilya 31st. Spacek will beat us this time around. He just crossed, and now we will be next. And then we will take a look here at the final numbers, and we'll wrap it up. Here we go, my broken little car crossing the finish line. 33rd. Okay, here we go. Fastest lap was Capiston, 127.3. Pretty impressive. Ours was 131, not so impressive. Fastest pit, 18.6 by Bruno. Talk about stepping up, big dog. Ours was 25, which was still way too long for 30 liters. Take a look at the overalls. Daryl G maintains. Childers in second, Capiston third, Cowlick remains in fourth. Severino remains in five. In fact, all the way through until the ace spot of Monley moving up. Also, Raul Moreno is in ninth now, and the top 10 is Villarreal. Nothing new for us. We stay right where we're at, so no harm, no foul. Teagard and Rex does move up a spot. Montas moves down. Daniel Marsh for a minute had it under control, but didn't work out that way. Lots of tech problems from friends. Fashine wins at the pro level. Great job. Mossberg eighth. Gosh, he figured it out. Jim Becker finishing third. Junho finishing fourth. Callum eighth and Storano third. Some good finishes in the teens as well. Let's take a look at our team. Well, this was kind of a sad race for all of us. Actually, Beauchamp went out in lap 20 and he still finished 30th better than we did. How is that possible? I don't know. But many tech problems today. I didn't expect we'd all have that problem. Shout out to Gaston finishing 30th, third in rookie level. Good job by him. Okay, that's going to do it. Thank you all for watching. Once again, like and or subscribe to the channel. And we will be back with the next race, which we will, I promise you, be more competitive if we at least can get it right. Until then, everyone, have a great day.